All right, can we get a show of hands? Who out there is ready to leave the nonsense that we've experienced in the past year behind us and start fresh with a new year? All right, I can't actually see you, but I'm imagining that there are a lot of hands up right now. And this upcoming year is special for a few reasons. And I wanted to film this quick video to highlight a few ways that you can make the most out of the transition into a new year. 2020 is going to be quite different than years we have experienced in the past. So if you're ready, let's dive in. Welcome to the Common Ego community. My name is Christina, and on this channel we talk about narcissistic abuse, its connection with spirituality, and we attempt to answer the question, where do we go from here? So if that all sounds good to you and you're not already subscribed, think about subscribing and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post new videos. Okay, so on to the topic of the new year. Here we are on January 31st, 2019, if you're watching this today. We're getting ready to ring in the new year, and new years always come with a bit of hope. We hope that the bad things that have happened to us in years prior are not going to carry forward into this new year. It's a fresh start. But 2020 in particular is a very symbolic year. So for one, it's the start of a new decade. So not only can we look at the lessons we've learned in the past year, but we can look at the lessons we've learned in the past decade. And the things that we've done in the past decade, the relationships that we've had. We can think about the things that we want to carry forward with us and the things we want to leave behind. And the key is to do that with intention. So now we have the opportunity to, before the new year starts, to put some intention behind this and to think about what we can learn from what has happened and how we can move forward with a clean slate. And if you're watching this video a few days later, that's okay too. It's definitely not too late. Actually, it's never too late. What's going on now at this fresh new year is that it's a very symbolic time. You can practice the exercise of acknowledging the past, releasing it, and moving forward at any time. So if you happen to see this video a little bit later, or even if it's a year from now, it still can be valid to your life, and it still can be helpful to you. So in addition to being the start of a new decade, 2020 is also very symbolic of clarity and vision. If you have 2020 vision, you see very clearly. And we can also say that hindsight is 2020. So again, it's a great time to think about the things that we have been through, the decisions we've made, the relationships that we have had, some maybe not so great things that we have allowed into our lives, and how those things have shaped who we are today and what we want to do going forward. So I promise this would be a quick video, but I want to just quickly talk you through something that I'm doing, a practice that I am taking as we transition from 2019 and this past decade to 2020 and everything that is to come. Because I don't know about you, but for me, I firmly believe that intentions are very powerful. So this is a time that I really want to set positive intentions and move through into this new year with a clear vision and a focus. So the exercise that I'm talking about is very simple. It's really just sitting down with a pen and paper, or you can do it on a computer or your phone, and just making a list of the highlights from this past decade, the good and the bad and the ugly. We know who the ugly is, don't we? We do. Make a list of the highlights, the important things, the things that may have shaped who you've become, the things that have shaped your behavior. So this happened, obviously all of us here have been in relationships with narcissists or other emotionally abusive people. And that is something that can really, really shape who you are, who you become. So just write it out. Write as much or as little as you feel that you need to acknowledge, here it is, this is what happened. In many cases, adversity, whether it's with a narcissist or any other type of adversity, does make us stronger. So it's also important to acknowledge what came of it. And there are lessons in the positive things that happened to us within this decade also. So we can acknowledge those as well. And some of those we may want to carry forward into 2020. But what we are carrying forward, no matter what, is who we've become as a result of these things that have happened. So make the list, acknowledge it, and if you'd like to, you can burn it. You already know what you're carrying forward. What you're carrying forward is you. And even though everyone in this community is in a different spot in their journey, I know that you are stronger today than you were when you started the relationship with the narcissist in your life, or you're stronger today than when you were in the dark about narcissism and emotional abuse. We have all come so far, and that's what we're carrying forward with us. And that's really going to serve us in this next year and in this next decade. So now it's time to set that intention. What do you want of this next year? What do you want to see happen in your life? That's a list you can make and hold on to. And I hope that from here, once you make this list, and if you do it today or tomorrow, maybe you're getting ready for a New Year's celebration. I hope so. Maybe you're just having a quiet, reflective New Year's Eve to bring in the new year with that 2020 clarity. No matter what it is, I really hope you enjoy it and you find some peace. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to hit that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do so. And I will see you next year.